Moving on, adding fuel to the debate over the WHO's complicity as far as the pandemic is concerned, a bombshell charge by German news outlet Der Spiegel. The report cites the country's intelligence service and claims that China urged the WHO to delay a global warning about the coronavirus outbreak. As per the report, German intelligence found that Chinese President Xi Jinping and Dr. Tedros, the WHO chief, spoke to each other. This was on the 21st of January via a telephonic conversation in which the Chinese president urged the WHO chief to hold back information about a human-to-human transmission of the virus and to delay a pandemic warning. The World Health Organization has rejected these claims. It said in a tweet that there was never such a telephonic conversation that took place between the two. It has even called the charges unfounded and untrue, quote-unquote. The health agency goes on to say that China confirmed human-to-human transmission of the virus on the 20th of January, while the organization declared the same on the 22nd of Jan. The coronavirus was officially classified as a pandemic in the month of March. According to German intelligence estimates, China's attempt to suppress this crucial information about the pandemic cost the world 4 to 6 weeks. Precious time that could have been used to fight the virus. U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly accused the health agency of playing to what he calls Chinese propaganda. His administration has also moved to halt aid to the body. Additionally, Donald Trump has called for an investigation into the WHO's role in the spread of the virus. In the past, Donald Trump has accused the WHO of being China-centric and also called it a pipe organ for Beijing. However, its claims of the virus having originated inside a Wuhan lab have also been dismissed by the Five Eyes intelligence network, comprising agencies from the US, UK, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. And this pandemic has altered just about everything about our normal lives. Even weddings have not been spared. Some have been tying the knot virtually. Socially distanced weddings might be the new normal. Take a look.
The COVID-19 crisis has dealt a devastating blow to upcoming weddings, but some couples are still able to tie the knot in style. Rachel and Sebastian had planned a grand wedding. When the pandemic upended their plans, they found another solution.
I was looking around for places because the church obviously isn't open right now, and I saw a photographer that I had followed on Facebook posted something about it, so I reached out to Teresa and kind of told her our story and was saying that we needed a place to get married, and she was offering it for free.
Teresa Clayton owns Glencliff Manor, which is a well-known wedding venue in Campbell County. After the pandemic wreaked havoc, she decided to organize a series of small, socially distanced weddings for couples where only 10 people were allowed to attend an hour-long ceremony.
We're allowed to have 10 people, so that's what we're doing. We're hosting the weddings with a limit of 10 guests. And, you know, we are asking that they do social distance, you know, when they're here. Of course, family members don't have to, but, you know, groom's side, bride's side, they need to, you know, stay apart.
As for the newlyweds, this would certainly be a story for the generations to come.
No, but we do have a story to tell our kids, always. When, you know, we had kids, there was this global pandemic, and so we had to get married quickly outside and with a few people, so it's a story that we're going to cherish forever.
From virtual weddings to this, couples around the world have had to readjust to pandemic-era ceremonials that changed the idea of lavish celebrations. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
The 8th of May, India inaugurated a new link road to Lipulekh Pass. The link road, located on the India-China border, cuts the travel time for pilgrims to Kailash Mansarovar by 3 days. But the newly inaugurated link road might not see smooth operations anytime soon. Now, Nepal has raised strong objections to the link road over territorial claims. Nepalese government has handed over a démarche to the Indian envoy. Indian envoy to Nepal, Ambassador Vinay Mohan Katra, has been summoned by the Nepalese Foreign Ministry over the construction and inauguration of the Indian link road through the Nepali territory, Lipulekh. Now, the road connects Uttarakhand's Petrograph district with Lipulekh Pass, which Nepal considers as its own territory at the India-China border. The construction of the final 4-kilometre section of road still remains and could start later this year, pending clearances. On the 8th of May, India inaugurated a new link road to Lipulekh Pass. Now, the link road that is located on the border between India and China cuts travel time for pilgrims by 3 days to Kailash Mansarovar. Now, this newly inaugurated link road might not see smooth operations anytime soon. For more on this, we are being joined by Ritika Pandey, our editor for DW Hindi, live from Bonn in Germany. Good evening to you and thank you for being with us. Now, Germany trying to return to normalcy, but in the last 24 hours, more than 500 people have tested positive. What is the latest updates you have?
Right. So this week, many Germans saw and experienced the closest resemblance to normalcy pre-corona days. Shops, all big and small, were opened. Children could go to school. The younger children could go to school immediately, and some daycares were also opened. Some older children will be sent to school in phased manner, and it will be normalized until the summer break comes. So in a lot of spheres of daily life, Germans did experience normalcy to a certain extent, but the number of cases that are increasing has become and is certainly a cause of concern. This Monday, like today, even countries, neighboring countries like France is easing down a little bit in the lockdown restrictions, and we have had the kind of similar experience. If you take an account the date of lockdown that it was put in place, but Germany has managed to keep the number of deaths in control to a great extent, and it has been praised also. But what we are seeing now, and also from certainly from this weekend, when the restrictions eased even more, that a segment of society is a concern, looks in a bit of easing the restrictions quite quickly, and we could have gone a period of time. While on the other hand, you see thousands of protesters on Saturday coming out on streets and protesting against the restrictions that are in place. So the government is basically looking at all the emotions also, but most certainly the government's decisions have been taken place after consultation with the premiers of the 16 German states and the scientific institutions that are advising and that have advised in favor of easing the restrictions. So right now, certainly, the couple of days, Germany has seen increase in the reproduction rate that is being mentioned in your report as well. But the institute, Robert Koch Institute, that is the central agency that we are looking at right now in Germany, which is advising the government also, they recommend that one has to observe for a couple of days more and weeks before declaring it as a trend. And according to the central government, the Chancellor, Frau Merkel, has already put an emergency brake in place that allows areas, cities and districts to reimpose those restrictions if number of new cases rise above 50 per 100,000 people in a week's time.
Right. Now, this is, of course, a critical phase. As you have mentioned, there has been the reopening of schools, restaurants, gyms, even places of worship, and they were looking at the Bundesliga. Now, this is a balancing act between the economy and health, and, of course, a test of Angela Merkel's leadership.
That's true. Very well put, because German economy has also seen a bit of suffering, as all other countries around the world, and the shops and businesses were closed. And especially Germany is known for its auto sector, which has also seen quite a big setback. So today itself, there's a news that German government is going to increase its stake in the Deutsche Bahn, which runs all the railway networks in the country. And likewise, the German government is giving the stimulus and help and taking away the debt in many forms and many sectors where possible, in order to balance the economic interests with the strict social measures that had to be taken place during this tough period of this pandemic infection rate. Yeah.
Ritika, thank you very much for that report. That's Ritika Pandey, our DW editor, coming to us live from Bonn in Germany for the latest on COVID-19 there. 19 sailors have died after a warship was hit by a friendly fire missile during naval exercises in Iran. This comes at a time when tensions between the U.S. in the waters of the Gulf have escalated. The incident involving the Konarak vessel occurred on Sunday afternoon near Bandar-e-Jask, off the southern coast of the Islamic Republic. Iran's state media reports say that the vessel was hit by friendly fire after Mujh-class frigate Jamaran accidentally shot it down with a missile during live firing exercises in Jask area of the Persian Gulf waters. Now, the Iranian armed forces issued a statement stating that the vessel has been towed ashore for technical investigations only. It was not immediately clear as to how many crew members were on board the warship at the time of the accident. Iran and its arch-enemy, the United States, have traded barbs in the past year over a spate of incidents involving their forces in the sensitive Gulf waters. The latest high seas confrontation came on the 15th of April, when the United States claimed Iranian boats had harassed its Navy ships in the waterway. Tensions escalated in 2018 when Trump withdrew the United States from a multinational accord that froze Iran's nuclear program and reimposed crippling sanctions on its economy. Not so long ago, things hit a very rough patch when Iran's armed forces mistakenly shot down a Kiev-bound Boeing 737 passenger jet shortly after takeoff from Tehran, killing all 176 people on board. Pakistan has started to ease the month-long nationwide lockdown despite a steady rise in the number of coronavirus cases. Now, the COVID-19 cases count has crossed the 30,000 mark in Pakistan, with 667 deaths. The rate at which the virus is spreading is fast, and if the health experts are to be believed, the COVID-19 peak in Pakistan will continue at least until the 26th of May. Now, as Pakistan relaxes the lockdown restrictions, the biggest challenge for the government is to keep its frontline workers safe. More than 700 doctors and paramedic workers have been found coronavirus positive, and at least 15 among them have lost their lives. Among these 700 coronavirus positive medics, the 440-odd doctors, 111 are nurses, and 215 are health support staff. Pakistani government has been maintaining that it will relax the lockdown in a phase-wise manner, and that they are doing their best to protect and equip its frontline workers. Now, doctors, on the other hand, have demanded that a strict lockdown has to be imposed if Pakistan wants to flatten the curve. Pakistan Medical Association held a press conference demanding the same.
जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि वफाकी हुकूमत ने उसूली तौर पर आज से लॉकडाउन में नरमी का फैसला किया हुआ है, जबकि पीएमए और दीगर हमारी तंजीमें जो मैंने आपकी खिदमत में अर्ज किया, वो सख्त लॉकडाउन और एहतियाती तदाबीर पर अमल करने के लिए अवामी आगाही की मुहिम पर जोर दे रही है। ताकि कोरोना वायरस का कम से कम फैलाव हो जाए।
Time and again, Pakistani government has said that lockdown is not a long-term and practical solution. Prime Minister Imran Khan has repeatedly pointed this out during his multiple media interactions. As a result, many marketplaces in the city of Karachi, Islamabad and Lahore have slowly started to open up. Remember, Pakistan eased the nationwide lockdown on the 9th of May. The lockdown lasted for over a month. Now, WION's Pakistan...